What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 8 of Let's Have a Conversation. We're going to get started here in a minute. All right, guys, here we go. Episode 8, Let's Have a Conversation. Waiting for a couple more people to jump on, but I said give it a minute. It's been a minute. How's everybody doing on this Monday? President's Day, February 15th, 2021. Hope everybody's had a good weekend. If you had a 3-day weekend, I hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're relaxing. I know a lot of people here are they're going skiing, heading up the mountain, enjoying the colder weather here. I know there's been a freeze going around nationwide. I saw in West Texas today it was 6 degrees, which if you've ever been to West Texas, it never gets that cold, so kind of different. Man, everything's been good, man. It's Monday, first day off, so it's technically my Saturday. Really excited. Got some sleep today, feeling good. Everything, yeah. So as always, we'll start with sports, man. No football, so went through and watched the Daytona 500. Oh man, I caught the end of that last night. Ended in a fireball wreck. Not sure who won, but I saw the highlights of it. It was insane. So if anybody knows who won the Daytona 500, put in the comments, please. Man, the fights. I did check out the fights, man. Usman and Burns, man. That was a slobber knocker of a fight. That was insane. It only went 3 rounds for the welterweight title. Man, that Usman guy, I picked Usman to win it. But man, Burns was, whoo, man, he was laying some thick hits on that dude. Not really, don't know too much about MMA, but it's something I in the last 5 years I've really been getting into. When I was a kid, I was a huge Tito Ortiz fan. Chuck Liddell, GSP, um, those are my guys. Forrest Griffin. Those are the people I watched. So yeah, man, it was a quiet weekend in sports. Like I said, my sports season starts and ends with football. So with football gone, baseball. Um, I'm hoping baseball kicks back up soon. I am a Diamondbacks fan. I love my D-backs. Just found out that they'll be hosting a game on 4th of July. So for those of you guys who don't know me, 4th of July is actually my birthday. So I'm really excited to maybe go check out that. Um, yeah, man, we're gonna get right into it. Nobody's jumped on yet, which is fine. I know it's a little later than I usually do this, but episode 8, man, episode 8 is called "Cancel This," and we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna have a conversation about this whole Gina Carano thing. Um, for those of you guys who don't know, Gina Carano is a former MMA fighter, movie star. If you are a nerd like myself, she's in The Mandalorian, which is arguably one of the greatest Star Wars episode or not episodes, but shows, movies, whatever you want to call it. Stories, one of the greatest Star Wars stories that's out there right now. So she's getting canceled. She got canceled. She got shut out from Disney, fired for her tweets. Me personally, I'm kind of over this, and the reason why I'm talking about this is I am a fan of Gina. I'm a huge fan of her. I think her acting is very good. She's done very good work in all the movies I've seen her in. But also, it's kind of sad how no one can have an opinion. It's really upsetting to me that someone who, and I'm pulling up the tweets right now, who um just has her own opinion about things, and it just backfires. The one tweet that really caught my attention was she sent out, and this is the one that said that got her fired. was she said, and I quote, Jews were beaten in the streets by not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children. Because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate their own neighbors for being Jewish. How is that different from hating someone on their political views? Um, that's insane to me because that's factual. That's not an opinion. That's downright factual. I am a student of history. I study both sides of history. I try to always look for the losing side history and formulate the truth. If you have two stories, you'll eventually find the truth. So she gets fired, but the guy who plays Mando, the Mandalorian, in 2018, he was posting the same stuff. Not about the same, but he was posting about the cages, and I'm not going to get into that right now. The cages at the border and stuff, comparing them to Holocaust concentration camps, and nothing happened to him. He still got his job, from what I hear. I hope he keeps his job. Sabrina, how you doing, girl? Um, so it's absolutely insane to me that people are getting canceled, and I know it's been happening. I'm just saying this for the first time. I'm saying this because I've been keeping my mouth shut and doing something like this. I am starting to see feedback. For those of you guys who share my stuff, I greatly appreciate it. Who have people watch it, I am starting to get messages that are not always positive. Some of them are, downright brutal, downright crucial, man. Like, but you're not gonna get me to be quiet. Um, this is America. This is the United States of America. You're allowed to use your voice. You're allowed to say what you got to say. I don't use hate speech on here. I just present fact. I present stuff that I'm passionate about, and I'm very passionate about this. So I'm very passionate about people getting both sides of it. Now, the other side of this argument is she's an actor, she shouldn't be involved in politics. I get that, but you opened that door and you set precedent when you allowed LeBron James and all these people, all these celebrities to give their opinions. Um, I saw a post the other day. Actually, I can read it word for word right now. LeBron James actually um, LeBron James has career free throws made 7,520, right? LeBron James tweets 7,571. So this guy has tweeted more tweets than he has made for career free throws. That's what those platforms are used for. That's fine. But when you start putting your political people are going when you start putting your political opinion, when you start putting your ideology out there, your religious faith, whatever you want to do, you're always going to get feedback, positive and negative. Um, I'm a Christian. I've told you guys that before. I love my Lord and Savior, but I know that I'm going to get negative feedback from that. You know what I mean? I hope you guys respect each other and respect me enough to have a conversation about it. You're not going to change my views by arguing with me, but hey, that's what this is for. That's what all this is for. That's why I got it. I think the last video had 100 views. The one before that had 100 views. I love doing this. If I have one or two people who watch it, I'm gonna continue to do it. But yeah, Gina Carano, man, sad. But what happened was there is always light at the end of the tunnel. The Daily Wire, which is a libertarian conservative based platform that's run by Ben Shapiro, they picked her up, and they're going to allow her to produce and act and direct in films and in her own movie. And that's great. That's awesome. So how do you combat cancel culture? Man, you do stuff like that. You give them a platform. They tried taking our platform away with Parler. We're starting to use other things like Telegram. We're starting to not care about Facebook. We're starting to not care. Like if you're gonna cancel, you're just gonna make yourselves look like the buffoon. And Gina Carano getting that deal with the Daily Wire is huge. I'm super excited for her. I'm super excited to see what they put out. The Daily Wire has put out some amazing films. They just put out one. I can't remember the name of it, but it was about like a school shooting, and it was really good. It was really good interpretation. Um, I'll put it in the comments when I remember it, but it was really good. They put out some great stuff. Ben Shapiro, very libertarian, Jewish libertarian. He is amazing. He's factual. He presents both sides of the argument. So yeah, man. Um, Jewish space lasers. I'm supposed to say that. Somebody asked me to say that. I don't know. I mean, I know what he's talking about, but I don't. I just told him I'd say it. So if you're watching this, I'm not going to say names, but Jewish space lasers. Apparently, it had something to do with one of the QAnon theories about the Jewish having satellites that started all the fires in California. That's a little far fetched for me. This isn't conspiracy hour just yet. So, I mean, I don't think that's true, but I mean, Jewish space lasers. National Guard still in the Capitol. Um, the fences are still up. It's kind of crazy. Me, I live in Arizona. It's gonna be a touchy subject for you, but like I said, if you have a comment, if you have a conversation, message me, email me, shoot me a comment on here. I They have the fences, the barbed wire fences up the Capitol is completely sealed off, but you close the border wall construction. Kind of crazy how walls actually protect people. Sorry, man, my nose is just like right here. I don't know what's going on. They're still there from states. I know the Florida governor pulled his back. I think the Texas governor pulled his back. Um, yeah, crazy stuff, man. I am not a fan. I mean, I get it. There was this huge insurrection, everybody the riot, whatever you want to call it. But I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's kind of crazy how you are protecting the Capitol and the White House and those buildings the way that you are, but you need walls and barbed wire to protect yourselves. So somebody posted an awesome meme. It said, "This is what happens when you get voted in versus when you put yourself in." So I thought that was interesting. My final point of the night, man. This one, I really wanted to talk about. And we're gonna go into some other stuff, some other things I want to talk about. Impeachment number 2 did not work out. Here's the thing about that, guys. And I'm just gonna. This is gonna be a short video for the most part. I didn't have a lot to say today, but yeah, 57-43, I think was the total. Mitt Romney can eat it. Um, you know, I'm a guy who tries to understand Constitution. I try to understand the laws of this country. I'm a firm believer in the Bill of Rights. I understand there are some people who believe that the Bill of Rights was meant for a certain group of people and not others. I'm trying to understand what is. Um, I'm trying to be understanding of everything, basically. And I know this for a fact. It was completely unconstitutional to impeach a president who is no longer in office. I know that for a fact. So much so that you have to have a Supreme Court justice be the judge of these impeachment hearings in this trial. So when the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, who is supposed to preside over this, says, "Get bent! I'm not doing this. This is completely unconstitutional," and you put a senator as the acting justice, that just tells me, man, it's a kangaroo court. You needed 2/3. I think they needed 65 votes. The charges were inciting an insurrection. I watched that speech. I tried to understand. Um, I am a firm believer that, and you can call me uh, conspiracy theorist or whatever. I'm a firm believer that that was all a ploy. Um, the funny thing to me was the reaction to Nancy Pelosi. She got so mad. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. It was almost as funny as her tearing up Trump's speech. For those of you guys who live in Northern California or live in the San Francisco area, if you can get this to them, my question to you guys is, how do you feel about her being your representative in Congress? Um, I did talk to somebody who said that, um, you know, they had a guy who was running against her, but he was super left, and it was the devil you know versus the devil you don't, and that's what it came down to over there. Um, I've seen photos and pictures, and I watched this really cool like thing on YouTube about how the streets were completely like riddled with needles and feces and homeless people in San Francisco. In fact, a lot of people are moving out to Oakland and moving out into the East Bay. Um, you know, which is sad to me because I know there's a lot of people in that area, part of the African American community, who they're getting their property values are rising so much that they're getting pushed out of their own neighborhoods, and people are coming in and buying and making it hipster. I don't know if that's the right word, but um, it's sad to me. It's 100% sad. I spent a lot of time as a kid in the Bay Area. We used to hang out in San Francisco, uh, San Jose, um, a bunch of Northern California. Me and my brother on the swim team, so we used to do a lot of traveling in the area, and I don't even want to go there. I would think the last time I went there, went there for work, and it didn't look the same. I don't even know what it looks like now. But um, but yeah, man. So it didn't work out. It did not work out, and for all of you guys who think he should have been um, impeached, um, on what I would say, I would honestly ask you on what. I don't know what you want me to say about that. If I wasn't a Trump fan, I would tell you you can't do that because it's unconstitutional. But what they did do was is they set precedent to where, and I hope they don't do this, but they will because this is just a giant chess game where they set precedent so now they can go in and try and impeach Obama, Bush, Clinton. It's just a big mess, and it's gonna get ugly, guys. That's all I got on news. The only things I really want to talk about. I do want to say, um, I do want to talk about a couple other things that don't have politics related questions. I do want to talk about um, why I do this. I've said it before, but I want to dig a little deeper. We're on the eighth episode. I think it's um, broadcast probably number 12. I did do the election day quick video. I did this series of what do you think was going to happen during the insurrection or during the riots at the Capitol, whatever you want to call them. So this goes into a little bit of Motivation Monday, hence the hat. Motivation Monday, I have the video recorded. I think first episode will drop on March 1st. Only because I think it's March 1st or February 28th. I can't remember. Let me look. No, it'll be March 1st. Only because I feel I want to start this off on day one. I want to do some things. Um, I do this because one, it's important to me. It's important to talk to people who may not have an idea about what's going on or may be sucked into one form of media. I also do this. I'm also doing Motivation Monday because there's a lot of people out there who, like myself, feel like they can't talk to anybody, who have a lot of problems, who are going through whatever, um, depression, anxiety, anger, frustration. Um, they feel lonely. Um, I had a conversation with two of my best friends last Monday, and I opened up a little bit to them, and I told them some stories on which my Motivation Monday is going to cover. I told them some stories about things that were going on in my life and personally, and just to cut it short because I don't want to spoil Motivation Monday, but to cut it short, um, this is an outlet for me. And I remember in one of the darkest times of my life, which happened in March and April of 2018, I had friends, I had people, I even had random people um, calling me and offering me my support. Yeah, I'm sorry. Offered me their support, offered me their ideas, offered me whatever. So that's why I do this. I don't do it for the likes. I don't do it for the views. It does motivate me. It keeps me going. If I get one like, if I get one view, if I get one comment, it just makes me want to go. So that's why I do this. I love all of you guys. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Um, this is just a quick video, man. Whoever's watching right now, I don't know who it is. Thank you for watching. For those of you guys who do watch, I love you. Um, we're gonna be back next week. Hopefully, it will be a shorter episode, a longer episode. But like this week, it wasn't a lot to happen. Cancel culture to me is just a big But I don't have a lot today. So anyway, man, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna talk to you soon, and everybody go out there, be great, stay motivated, keep doing good things.